Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports news, a very serious video to talk about for all of you, the situation of Bxrry, otherwise known as 77 Bxrry. Over the past week or so, some very confusing things on both sides of the story, and I want to preface by saying this could very well be and likely is a very serious situation. A lot of things are talked about here, thoughts of suicide, potential depression, physical violence towards Bxrry by his stepdad. There are many accusations on the line right now, and again, while people out there speculate what might be going on, it's going to take full clarification from Bxrry, because even though he has posted a couple videos now as well as tweets, everything he does actually post is followed by some more confusing information. So I hope you guys all do enjoy. I will try to actually explain the background story, the context we've been given so far, and the updates from Bxrry himself, but it's really going to take a full clarification from him about the confusing things he has posted about the entire situation. So let's get into it, guys. It actually happened only a few days ago, where apparently pictures posted for all of you guys, as well as a video which has since been deleted, which does show Bxrry actually showing his stream setup, which is allegedly destroyed by his stepdad. And as you guys can see, concern number one does come from these very few remaining screenshots of this, because according to many people out there, and as you can see, his computer was actually still running very clearly in those screenshots, and it looked like almost everything was messily torn down. And again, I'm not trying to accuse him of faking or fraudulent behavior here, but that definitely is a side of the story of whether or not Bxrry is faking all of this, which I do not believe to be true. This very well could be and likely is a very serious situation where his stepdad did destroy his setup. But concern number one does come from the remaining screenshots out there, where his setup looks to be kind of messily set down. His PC is still running and not necessarily destroyed, which leads us into our second concern out there as well, where Bxrry has posted a barrage of tweets out there from a variety of emotions, clearly tweeting out of emotion, and definitely someone who is going through a lot of mental stress in this situation. So I do feel for him. Many of his tweets have since been deleted, but brought up thoughts of potentially some very, very dark thoughts going through his head, but he is now fine. He kind of tries to re-stress through his tweets as well as his most recent video about this that he is fine, he is okay. And that brings up again our third concern, his most recent video, which really brings up the biggest concerns of all of this, besides what could be the mental health issues and of course the whole hysteria of the situation itself. His most recent video, which does stress and tries to reassure people he is okay, his situation is getting better with him and his stepdad. And again, people also throughout all of this have begun donating to him. He brings this up, allegedly as of right now over $3,000 have been donated, and alongside that a massive growth on all of his social media channels. But he also brings up some things, or does some things, that are highly in question as to why they were done in the first place. The first of which, on this video, within minutes of it being posted, he didn't pin his own comment on screen for all of you guys, and as you can see, it clearly states, "I'm saying this as fast as possible, then deleting this. I was forced to make this video and delete the last one. Help." So obviously, there is no other reason for him to post this. There are many screenshots of this being posted and pinned to the video, so I do believe it to be true. The real giant question is why? Why was that posted? Why was that pinned? Unless something else is going on in the background. Now, on top of that, a live stream clip was also pulled. I'm sure many of you guys actually saw the live stream live, because you guys were going there to donate to him, where he actually alleged brought in over $3,000 of donations. Massive growth so far, guys. His channel has blown up gigantically, surpassing at least over 100,000 subscribers, if not much more by then or by now as well. But taken during that live stream was a very serious clip. He was actually receiving donations as well as many messages in the chat saying clearly, "Cough if you need help." And here was his response.
If you don't know, my mom doesn't have a job. It's 100% on him. 100% on him.
So now you probably understand why this situation needs clarifying, because again, whenever he does post things tend to happen. With that live stream clip, he coughed when someone, or many people were clearly saying cough if you need help, cough if someone else is in the room with you, so on and so forth, and he clearly coughed. Why do that out of a reaction? But on top of that, just not one piece of evidence by itself, he posted videos saying he is fine. Thank you all, guys. I am fine. Reassuring us all the situation is much better. But then you pin that comment that everything is not fine. You were forced to make that video to tell everyone you were okay, and deleted the last one where it did show your setup being destroyed, so on and so forth. So yes, we can keep on thinking that everything is okay, everything is fine, but then why does it contradict himself, or he contradicts himself by posting things along the lines that he needs help? So with all of this being said, we have several concerns out there, apart from, of course, his setup being destroyed. Whether or not it actually was destroyed is a giant question and mystery we might not ever know. The emotional tweets, it really does show kind of the current I don't really understand exactly what is going through his head, but certainly something wrong in terms of how he's expressing himself. Makes me very worried about what he is going through. Then we have concern number 3, the amount of donations he has received. The growth from all of this makes people more wary about it, whether or not, or wary I should say, about whether or not he is actually making this up and staging the entire event. And then of course concern number 4, him contradicting himself, him saying he is not fine, he needs help, seeming as if he is actually being held hostage in some sort of manner or forced in some sort of manner to actually post all of this. It is very, very concerning. So how do I feel? Do I think it's a fraud? Do I think it's actually a setup, or do I think it's real? I'm not sure how to feel at this point in time. I would like to believe. Here's the really weird part about this, right? Because you would hope he would not fake this, but you don't hope it's true as well, because if it is true along the lines, because then he has an aggressive stepfather who has taken it out on his setup, as well as according to his friend Tusky, who has posted about this, he has actually had physical violence against Barry on top of all of that. So you hope it's not true, but you also hope it's not faked, because to do this as a staged event is also a terrible thing to do. There is no good outcome to the entire situation right now, but I do hope something is actually clarified from Barry himself, and that being my 2 main concerns about his comment, his pinned comment now deleted, which says he needs help, and alongside that, why did he cough on live stream if everything is actually fine? The confusing situation, the mysterious story of Barry does continue. I really do hope the situation does resolve itself, but like I said before, it seems right now there is no good outcome for a situation that is this complicated and this confusing. As always, I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you want to spread the word, it's a really debatable topic, and again, I'm not really sure if even making this video was the right thing to do. If spreading the word, if his dad is going to see this, if that's going to make things worse, is certainly not what we want. But I figured by now, I've waited a couple of days about this. Everyone else has already posted about this. Several top sites and video makers out there have already posted. So I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in there to try and somewhat resolve the situation. I would love clarification from Barry, and it's just really sad to see a kid going through a situation like this, which could be potentially harmful to himself, both physically and emotionally, for his future. And I am really hoping the best for him in his future, and hope things do get resolved in some manner, if it's even possible. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy the breakdown of the story of Barry. If you guys have any comments or thoughts, feel free to leave them down below, and I will keep you all posted in the future of what happens from the situation. Until next time, guys, take care, have fun. I'll see you soon.